97.1 FM Talk.
On demand audio.
Megan Green is working behind the scenes to bar me from the chamber. An effort that she has been taking to figure out just how they can keep me out of the chamber.
Yeah, that was my friend Elliot Davis there, formerly of Fox 2, yesterday at the St. Louis Board of Aldermen. It caught my attention, and it seems that situation has been resolved, but I had invited Elliot to join us this morning to talk a little bit more about it. I've got him on the phone. Elliot, welcome back.
Well, thank you. Always good to be back.
My friend, you're working harder now than you did when you were still working.
Someone said I'm the busiest retired person they know. I think of one of the mayor's office people said I'm redefining retirement.
That's a good point. You know, many times over the years, Kim and I and you and anybody who's covered City Hall has been down there to enter through the speaker's office there, the board president's office, and onto the floor of the Board of Aldermen to cover important meetings. And then for a while yesterday, it looked like they were going to try to stop you, right?
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
And like I said, even though there may be a change, I'm going to still wait and see. Well, what happened was I got actually tipped off by an alderman who had information about it and said that the board president and her office was talking about how to bar me from the aldermanic chamber. So I could come in City Hall, but wouldn't be able to come in the chamber. This is the alderman I knew very well, and so we were she had tipped me off about it and told me about it. So I went to the board the next day. They were having a meeting yesterday to get it confirmed. I got it confirmed through two other sources, people who were in a position to know. Yeah. And they said, yeah, the board president and her office came to them and told them that they wanted to find a way to keep Elliot Davis out of the chamber. Apparently they didn't like a story I did. I guess it was back in February or something, early February, when the board president had accused one of the aldermen, Joe Vollmer, of being drunk at the board meeting. And so I wanted answers about that. And so as, you know, she was leaving the board meeting, and so I tried to question her, and we walked, you know, down the hall together. And I was, you know, trying to get information, trying to get answers. She didn't want to answer. I guess it was something she wanted to put behind her. So they didn't like me questioning her. So anyway, my understanding was that they were going to try to bar me from the board chamber. And so that's when I did the Facebook Live. And I did the Facebook Live right in front of her. She was still at, so I wasn't hiding. Oh, I never hide, guys.
That's gutsy. I appreciate that. So it's not like she had to even, because Marc and I were like, well, I wonder if Megan Green saw the Facebook Live and that was when she decided to go back on it, or if she had other people approach her about it who had seen the video and were giving her a hard time about it, and that's why she changed her mind.
Well, you know, it got like, I don't know, 16 or 17,000 views.
Wow.
And that was and that was just in about, 2-3 hours or something like that. But we did it right in front of her. She was still on the dais. The meeting had just ended. And so I launched as soon as the meeting ended because I wanted, everybody to know what I was saying. And I wanted her to know what I was saying, too. So it was not like I was hiding.
It's true.
I don't hide. I'm like one of those gunfighters. Let's meet in the middle of the town,
Yeah, I'm your Huckleberry, right? Yeah, that's
high noon.
Elliot, Megan had a bit of a rough day yesterday. I mean, she sued the state over this state control of the police, and her best friend, Tashara Jones, is leaving today as mayor. So maybe she was just having a bad day.
Yeah, her people called me. I had a call from her deputy chief of staff. I think that's Christine Ingracia. This is where it really does get interesting. She said, well, Megan saw the Facebook Live and didn't like it. Well, I understand that. I get that. And it said, well, she's not trying to keep you out. I said, okay, but my, source was liable that's what happened. They said, yeah, we're just trying to revamp the rules for media coming into the board. So we're just writing up some new rules and applications, and it's going to be a category for citizen journalists, but we're writing up these rules, the board president's office writing up these new rules. I said, well, when did the board have these written rules before? She said, well, never, but, that's besides the point. And I said, oh, okay. And so she said, we're not trying to keep you out. We're going to write up these new rules and you can apply. I said, okay. Well, who's going to make the decision about the application? She said, the board will. I said, okay. So I'm going to wait to see what happens.
So the board is a whole, not some committee that Megan Green is assigned to it?
Well, no, this would be, I think she said the clerk of the board will decide, obviously, probably with input from Megan's office. But they assured me they're not trying to keep me out, but they are rewriting these rules. So I'm going to wait and see how this all shakes out.
It's always been pretty freewheeling down there. I remember, Elliot, as a reporter, if there was a board meeting going on, I mean, they didn't want you to be disruptive, but you could sit along the wall in there as a reporter and just kind of listen to what was going on. I didn't ever know if there were any rules. Yeah.
No, as long as you didn't do any, and I'm going to get to today's event today, obviously. But as long as, and most reporters, legitimate reporters, are not disruptive.
Right.
I remember back in the old days, you could walk on the board floor and go talk to somebody you wanted. So you can not only come in the chamber, but you could walk over to a board or an alderman's desk that was all the way on the other end and talk to them. Hey, look, I'd like to talk to you after the meeting. Okay, no problem. But I understand why they changed that one, that you can't be on the floor.
They were more worried about you sticking a mic in their face and asking them who paid for it, right?
Probably, something like that.
That's right.
But this is interesting. This is going to, and so we're going to see how this is going to work out with them rewriting these rules. But you're right, the new mayor is being sworn in today.
Yeah, will you be there for that?
I, of course, will be there.
I thought so.
Well, you know it. I've been covering this race, and I know you may know that I've done a number of posts about this race, a former race. Now, race is over now. But I did a number of posts about it and about that Kara Spencer was going to take over as mayor. My position was that I didn't see anything. People might get mad at me. Kara got mad at me. She was very nice yesterday when I talked to her. I talked to her briefly, but she. I said basically that I thought that Kara was going to be similar to Tashara Jones. To this extent, they're both are progressives.
Right.
Neither one had really disagree with, not until Kara was running for mayor, of course. But they agreed on most policies. Most of the policies they agreed on. Defund the police came along. Tashara was with defund the police until it became unpopular. Kara was with it. She was with the rest of the progressive board. When the police were getting hammered by Kim Gardner and all that was going on, Kara did not speak up and for law enforcement. Just like Tashara Jones didn't speak up. Mm-hmm. I didn't see Kara doing a whole lot for the homeless. In the 10 years she was on the Board of Aldermen, or not speak up a lot for North St. Louis, these issues that people are talking about now. So I'm anxious to see, one, what is she going to do differently from Tashara Jones? What is she going to do for public safety? Is she going to send some kind of tough signal to the bad guys to try to do something about this crime that's really rampant in St. Louis? I don't get that impression. I haven't heard it yet. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll be surprised.
Well, here's the good news. The restoration projects that have been going on for months where no work's actually been done in front of City Hall and some of the other parks, Elliot, they're finally done. The gates have come down.
Yep.
But that was done by Tashara's.
Right.
Yeah, Tashara's people did that.
Because of the homeless.
The gates are down. They had the window washers out there yesterday. Cleaning the windows that hadn't apparently been done in some time. Not that we really cared whether they washed the windows or not. But we are anxious, like I said, to see, is there going to be something different? Now, Kara, when I did that post, Kara was not too happy with me. She sent a long response that I absolutely posted. I posted that response because she was reading me the riot act. She called and read me the riot, and I said, "Hey, send me a response and I'll post it." So even though she said I was no good, I posted that part of it too. So I've been called worse.
You're keeping them on their toes, Elliot. I love it, man. Thanks for giving us some time this morning. Where can people follow you besides Facebook? Is it mainly your Facebook page?
Yeah, mainly the Facebook page. And if they call me and they have an issue, I'll give them my phone number and they can call me. I'm not just generically putting out the phone number.
Yeah.
Most people probably already have it. But if they, I have an email, but that's Elliott, ELLIOTT 321 Davis @gmail.com.
Excellent. Thank you, my friend. We'll talk soon.
Appreciate it, buddy.
You bet. Elliot Davis there, citizen journalist, taking them on down at City Hall. I love it. I love it.
Get more at 971talk.com.